Nobody expected the morning to unfold like this. What was supposed to be a quiet community visit suddenly turned into one of the most unforgettable days for a group of young creatives in North London. And the moment the Prince of Wales walked through the doors of the Yubile Initiative, everything changed. Because this wasn't a polished royal appearance. No cameras flashing in the background. No stiff ceremony. Instead, it was raw, real, and deeply personal, especially for the teens who never imagined the future king would stand inches away, studying the photos they created with their own hands. But that was only the beginning. Two teenagers, Jeremiah and Elijah, had no idea their photography exhibit was about to become the emotional center of the entire visit. These boys, only 16 and 14, members of the Society for the Advancement of Black Arts, watched as Prince William stopped, leaned in, and really looked at their work. And their reaction afterwards said everything. Elijah couldn't stop smiling. It was a blessing, truly. When he walked in, I was like, DMN, he's the prince. Jeremiah echoed the same feeling, but deeper. He said seeing William there proved that their art has worth, it has value. For young artists who often feel overlooked or unheard, that kind of validation doesn't just boost confidence. It shifts something inside you. It makes you believe you belong. And as powerful as that moment was, it wasn't even the most unexpected part of the visit. Because after the exhibition, Prince William sat down for a roundtable discussion, and this wasn't the usual polite royal chat. It was blunt, honest, and unfiltered. The group spoke directly about the barriers young Black people face when trying to build careers, especially in creative fields. William didn't interrupt. He didn't soften anything. He just listened. TV presenter Big Zoo, who was part of the conversation, said the moment felt different. His words, "Maybe we are being heard by the elite." A simple line, but a heavy one. It hinted at something bigger happening beneath the surface. Some fans online are even speculating that William has been making a quiet shift this year, leaning more into community voices that rarely make it into royal conversations. Nothing confirmed, but the speculation is growing. And the program behind all of this, We Move FWD, is already being described as one of the most ambitious long-term investments into Black youth across the UK. It's a 10-year commitment, backed by BBC Children in Need and BBC One Extra, designed to open doors that have been closed for decades. For many of the teens involved, especially those from underserved areas, this is more than an opportunity. It's a lifeline. But the story still doesn't end here. Away from the cameras and attention, William also met teens from the Humber All Nations Alliance youth group, young people who spend their time gardening, building community spaces, and creating the kind of change that rarely gets headlines but always leaves a mark. Their meeting was short but meaningful, another reminder that real impact doesn't always come from big speeches. Sometimes it comes from simple moments of connection. And when you put all of this together, the art, the conversations, the programs, the raw reactions, one thing becomes clear: this visit mattered. Not because a royal showed up, but because a group of young creatives finally felt seen, heard, and believed in. Maybe for William it was just a morning in North London. But for Jeremiah, Elijah, and so many others, it became a moment they'll think about for years. A reminder that their work has value. Their stories have power. And their voices deserve space. And who knows, maybe this is just the beginning of a much bigger shift. What do you think? Was this just another royal engagement, or something deeper happening behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts below, and if you enjoy stories like this, make sure to subscribe so you never miss what's coming next.